or any sort of worry like long term when it comes to Nvidia. I forgot what this name of, there is a theory like that backs this sort of scenario where when we have this, okay, let's say DeepSeek becomes big, right? Everyone is using it. There are lots of APIs running on it and all because it's free.
Something big but small came out of China, and it's called DeepSeek. Yeah, so these guys created an generative AI assistant or tool or product that would be comparable to ChatGPT 1.0 or something like this, or 1.5, for a considerably less amount of money. I think they claimed that they have done it with $6 million. And I think it cost ChatGPT maybe even billions. What are your thoughts about that as a product? Also, when that happened, it immediately wiped out about $561 billion from Nvidia's market cap. Basically, everyone thought, well, now they won't invest in Nvidia anymore. The future of Nvidia is not clear. And on top of that, there was the third point of, there was immediately then stories around, privacy. What are your thoughts?
I find it quite cool to at least have one dominant power in AI that is not coming from the US. I think they really try to monopolize this whole AI game or AI industry, and seeing a very small but mighty product coming out of China, I think it's something the world needs. And yeah, for the sheer fact that it's also like an open source product, I think it's a major win for the world. And thinking just the fact that I've tried it, I've used it, and I think it's a great product. It still suffers a lot of response time issue and all. You might then start to wonder, like, is it really then as strong as we say it is when it comes to, because their biggest marketing strategy is to go head to head with like ChatGPT, right? And I think it's a pretty decent product. Yeah, I started questioning if it's actually of the same quality. But when it comes to the model itself, I don't have any I think it's a very good model. But I mean, the servers now, when it comes to, you need a lot of servers, you start to question, is this really as resilient or as strong as you would imagine a very expensive one that ChatGPT, like OpenAI, is running, right? So talking about the Nvidia market cap and all, if I had an Nvidia share, I'm definitely not going to be selling or making any sort of irrational move, because I believe strongly that they will still be part of I might be wrong, I don't think so, that they will still be part of the big players when it comes to AI with their chips and their processing power or prowess, if you put it like that. So I don't think there is any sort of panic or any sort of worry like long term when it comes to Nvidia. I forgot what this name of, there is a theory like that backs this sort of scenario where when we have this, okay, let's say DeepSeek becomes big, right? Everyone is using it. There are lots of APIs running on it and all because it's free. The impact wouldn't be Nvidia. Then we would need more computing power to then, you get what I mean? Like, instead of reducing the computing power, it would then multiply, like increase it, just because now it's a global thing. Now everyone adopts it. So it will not necessarily reduce it.
Exactly. That was my interpretation of that one as well. Like the idea of DeepSeek being able to do something more efficiently, it's an efficiency question. I don't think it really says that they won't still want to use the best chip possible. Exactly. So now let's say Tesla needed 1 million chips and DeepSeek now needs only 100. They will still buy 100 Nvidia chip, but if you know that there's a model that does that, I won't be surprised if every company now wants to buy 100 chips as well. I don't think it will impact fully the total number of chips that Nvidia might sell, because it's almost like democratizing the idea of having your own AI bot with a little bit more targeting and all that stuff. When you know that, I don't need $1 billion, I can actually put something together for it's like how you democratize electricity stuff with smaller generators, cheaper generators and all that stuff. Companies that actually make those generating sets, they didn't lose money suddenly when generators could become smaller or cheaper, needing less power, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just you will still buy those things, and it would just be now that you have even opened it up to a bigger market.
Exactly.
So it's an efficiency question. I also didn't understand that market cap drop. I mean, for me personally, if I would have money to buy stock now, I would be buying a lot of Nvidia. This is not financial advice for anyone. It's just well, I strongly believe that being that they are still the leader in the space of making chips at the moment, I back them. Yeah, and of course, DeepSeek is not as good as I would outrightly say it's not as good as ChatGPT yet. Yeah, it's not. What it has is that it's efficient and it's doing something close to what ChatGPT was doing at some point with so little money. It's not comparable to ChatGPT 4.0, right? Because it's very specialized as well, right? It does coding and a few other things. ChatGPT now you can upload PDF, you can do whatever. I'm talking 4.0, but it's free. It's close. Let's say it even has. If this thing achieves 50% of ChatGPT's capacity, that's already a big win because it's like 0.1% of the cost.
Yeah.
It's a question of efficiency again. It's not the question of 1-to-1. It's with X and X, you're doing so much more.
I mean, I think they are quite comparable. It also depends on what model versus what model, right? So, but I think, I mean, I could say now that I've really moved to DeepSeek compared to like working a lot on ChatGPT.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they've done that with so little amount of money. I think that's even the most interesting part, that they have done that with so little. But what are then these issues on privacy? What are your thoughts about the privacy concern?
As far as I'm concerned, I just feel like, that's just America being America. That's US trying to work towards hogging the attention of AI again. Anything China does is always an issue of security. Like, it's never the same when it's like US having all our data, right? All our data. They all have our data, right? At the end of the day, if it's not them, it's a problem.
Exactly. They all have the data, and they always talk about the CCP being able to access your data if you engage with Chinese companies. But the truth is that if you engage with YouTube and the FBI needs your data, they will get it from YouTube, and YouTube will not give it. So if they want it from Meta, they will get it. I mean, we talked about one legal case where the FBI literally got his phone call. So even if you stay off social media, just by buying that Vodafone or telecoms, whatever that you have there, yes, if the FBI needs it, if the government needs it, they will get it. And this is exactly what it is in China as well.